Okay. That's right. Welcome back to a brand new tabletop podcast. It's your boys, the Mings,
And
with
Michael Jackson. Nope, that was Desmond.
That's Desmond.
And, but this is.
Are you Desmond?
This is I'm not Desmond.
What is your name?
My name Timothy.
Nope, we do not have. What's up, everybody? It's a new week, and we have the one and only MC Raj Mahal.
That's right.
Like he's literally an MC.
So,
Yes, I
mean, some of you may be
literally.
thinking, hey, why you all like him so much? You keep putting him in the podcast. No, it's just convenient.
Yeah, because I live behind this set.
He submitted his rental proposal the other day.
And then what happened?
So
Is it
now,
approved?
Yeah, it's approved.
Okay.
So you now have one of the couch pillows to sleep on every night.
Okay.
Is that too much?
Well, there's more.
Okay.
I don't say anything. I feel like I'm crossing some lines here.
Stop right there. Before we get into today's,
No. Okay.
Before we get into today's episode,
Yeah.
I just want to give you guys this week's pick.
Oh?
Here's a
what?
bit of oh my goodness. That's right.
Ming doesn't realize that he's the only one who's listening.
I'm the only one who hears.
I can totally hear. I don't know what you all are talking about.
This week's pick is Napa by Crush. Check it out. It's one of my favorite songs.
Will we get flagged for copyright?
No, I'm telling it's them. So
Okay,
it's fine.
I see.
Yeah. Go listen to it. It's great. So today we have our chocolate delight
Okay.
sitting with us today.
Who's that?
We already introduced you.
No, I mean I don't like the term chocolate delight. I
Then what
prefer
do you
more
want?
like
Red trash.
caramel sensation.
Caramel sensation.
Yeah, how about that?
That's a lot of syllables.
Brown, naughty boy.
Okay.
How's that? Is that
That's
good?
my favorite one.
That's your favorite.
brown,
You
naughty
should go to
boy.
gym. You should go to gym. If you clicked on this week's topic because you have experience with it, this is the perfect triangle to talk about it because two out of three of us at this table are brothers.
Okay.
And then maybe one or two are friends.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Not all three.
Everybody obviously knows who the brothers are, right?
Right.
Let's all say it at the same time,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
One, two, three.
Raj and Ming.
So we were playing a game just before we started recording, right? And we were trying to figure out how in sync we are.
Right.
So you know, some girls when they hang out after a long period of time, their periods start to sync.
Yes.
Right?
We are not.
Ainsley, is
This
that true?
is a fact.
We actually have Ainsley in the studio with us today.
Yeah.
Ainsley and Vivian.
I have nothing to do with the period and syncing, by the way.
Have you all
Just
ever
saying.
synced up periods with anyone else? All the girls in the office at the
Good
same
to know.
time.
Thank
so
you.
all of you all just kind of like bring your hygiene products for each other.
Fun
love
fact,
that.
I've actually seen Tiara when she was still here always ask like, oh crap guys, help. Then
don't
all the
bring
girls give each other a look. Then like one of them scurries to the toilet. you know.
I can hear all the girls in the car right now. Oh my god, yeah, me and my girls. You know?
Yeah.
Raj and I are like that as well.
Okay. We sync our peeing times together. Was that too much?
Okay,
we were just trying
that's
to-
not a good precursor for what we're talking about today.
We were trying to test how in sync we are, the three of us.
Yeah.
Given a couple of options, what we will all choose at the same time.
Just
So-
a heads up, this might be a great drinking game for you guys to play.
or
just
not,
saying.
or not. So
Alright.
can one of you guys give us a category? Then we'll choose maybe
No,
some.
why don't we do simple one? Not
Okay,
category.
okay.
That's A, B, and C.
Okay,
yeah,
A, B,
sure.
and C.
On
You got it.
three.
Wait, I don't know my alphabet.
right. Let me.
Oh, you are
say
the one
again.
who's Zima.
You can't put that on the board.
Sorry. Okay, so Mingan, you suggested
Okay,
choose between
on
A, B,
three,
and C.
we all have to pick one of the options.
Okay.
And the goal is for us all to get it on the first try.
Okay.
Okay.
One try. This is not pre-recorded and edited.
Okay.
So
one
it's
try, one shot.
So it's ABC, yeah?
Right.
ABC.
ABC, yeah?
If we don't get it, we'll slap ourselves.
Okay.
All right. So right hand to your face.
Wait, so immediately we say, and if it's not right, then we slap
All of
ourselves.
us get slapped.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? A, B,
Wait,
and
hold on.
A, B, and C.
What are the options again?
A, B, and C. okay. That's not a good sign.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. B.
It's a crap game. I hate this game so much. Why do we play it?
One more time. A and 3, 2, 1. C.
Wait, I wasn't. That was good.
That's not good.
Okay, again.
Okay, ready?
A, B, or C, yeah?
3, 2, 1. A.
Hey, bro, that's the hard hit.
No, we gotta be in it properly. bro.
Last time.
Last time. This is it, huh?
3, 2, 1. C.
Okay,
I'm done. Let's
Stop playing this game.
Can you put punching now?
Okay, we do it and now we punch each other's nuts. No, just kidding. For everyone who's listening in the car, library, on your commute
that
home back,
hurts.
I hope you've had a great start to the week. If it sucks,
Well,
it's you.
no, it's uphill from here.
Correct. So today we're going to talk about something that sucks.
Oh.
Because, you know, sometimes you don't get to choose who
who you can work with.
who you can work with, but sometimes you can.
But isn't that the irony? Like in the statement itself, you're choosing to go for the interview.
Guys, I'm confused. What's the topic?
Today we are talking about the horrors / perks and benefits of working with your friends and family. It's a difficult one because not everyone wants to get a hookup, right?
Okay.
And you want to get a hook. I'm talking about hookup as in like not hook
okay.
up with, but get a hookup.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Okay. Basically,
Zima.
sometimes you get referred into companies via friends or family, and most of the time, sometimes you would see in a big corporation like, wow, that guy is really in a high position, but doesn't seem to have a skill set. I wonder why he's here. Oh, his uncle is so and so, same company, knows the father, knows a friend. What happens when that person is you? And you so happen to have one of our best friends in the same company, or even a family member.
It's a family company, and then you just work for your family, and your boss is your dad, which kind of sucks sometimes. So we're gonna break that down because I think we have a good sample group here. So let's quickly talk about the relations, right? Ming and I are brothers.
Yeah.
We met through the same parents.
Yeah.
That's right.
We didn't just meet through the same because we came through the same parents.
Yeah. But
Yes.
how did you all meet? Through like Facebook or LinkedIn or what?
Sorry,
go on.
So Ming and I were working together, and then Raj. It's not as if we were not friends before this. I think all of you are familiar with Raj's story. He tells it
right.
too often.
Right.
Raj, we were friends first, and then he came and joined the
company,
Squadderlings.
Okay.
In essence, we have both sample groups,
Both sides of
friends
the coins.
and family.
3 sides.
All right, so shall we dive into it, gentlemen?
Okay.
right.
Before we go into this, quick sponsor by our boy Desmond.
Okay.
That is-
Thank you so much, Desmond, for supporting and powering the show.
That is audio molestation.
I'm so sorry
It's so
if you
bad.
heard that and someone overheard this
It
podcast.
never gets easier. I really hope you're using your earphones.
Yeah.
I don't hope because when you use your earphones, it feels like he's whispering into your ear.
Yeah, and I highly recommend if you guys are hearing this podcast, put it on maximum volume and make sure your parents are at home, right? In case you guys missed it, this is our sponsor. Did that work? Our sponsor. Thank you, Desmond, for powering the show.
Desmond, for
my
powering the show.
Okay, we've thought to walk you guys in, and for those of you who are not working yet, the simplest way to put it is, have you been in an assignment group in college? With your friends.
I hate them.
First time, you think like it's a great idea. Like, oh my gosh, we really have fun together. We go and play like foosball. We hang out in the CC. That's my time. I'm sorry, lah. What do kids in college nowadays?
About the same thing.
What guys? Who graduate? You guys are still studying, right? What do you guys do for fun when you hang out with your friends? Sorry, I'm talking. You don't have friends. You don't do anything. You just sit and stare.
No, I know. We go to the cafe, cyber cafe. All that.
What is like? Okay, guys. To give everyone context, we're talking to our team behind the camera. They are still in the academic part of life. What do you guys do when you hang out with friends? Cafe hopping.
Hey, Celine, you got friends?
Cafe hopping.
Celine hates people.
Ryan, what do you do when you hang out with your friends? Cyber cafe. Okay. Good old.
It still happens,
Board games.
He goes cyber, bro.
Board games. CC. That's it.
Yeah.
I expected a bigger. Okay. So, you think you jive well because, you'll play Dota well together, you'll cafe hop together. Then one day the teacher put you into the same assignment group. That is the taste of what work life is going to be like.
Oh my goodness.
Friends might not be the best teammates.
All right, so quick show of hands. How many of you guys have had an unsavory experience working with friends? Hands up, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Thanks for listening, guys. That's all we have today.
I think it is always a tricky part balancing the friendship and the working person because some are great friends. They're like there for a good time.
Oh my
But you
goodness.
do not want a good time friend there to be like late for a deadline.
Of course.
Raj, what do you think?
Like, I'm actually quite curious because,
Okay.
as brothers, you all have other partners as well in the business, right? But
Yes. Meaning one.
family. One, yeah. But family.
Brian, yeah.
Working together.
Yeah.
How's that experience like? Yes, wow, that's great, man. Like,
Both sides of the coin. Both sides of the coin. the pros of it is because the way we think is very similar.
Yeah.
So we can brainstorm in this industry, I guess. We can brainstorm an idea much faster because we kind of get where it's going. The cons of it is we bring personal stuff into the problem sometimes.
We bring personal stuff.
It's like, yeah, it didn't work out. You didn't do this. Why? Yeah, because you didn't flush the toilet at home.
Yeah, you see,
Then,
like,
what does that have to do
where
with
did that
anything?
come from?
Yeah, you know.
So definitely pros is like I always feel that I have like there's somebody I can always count on. Like I know I'll never be alone in this. So like I have someone watching my back kind of thing. Blood bonded. Really, I mean, for better or worse, right?
Unless you're in the Korean dramas lah, then those guys don't give a shit about family, man.
Oh yeah, also that.
Yeah.
Cons is that I guess whenever we go out as well, we still kind of talk about work. So, but I guess that's also just as you grow older, that's how life is. So.
Pretty much.
Have you guys ever been afraid like y'all might get into an argument at work and that will
Why are we
affect
afraid?
your personal life?
It happen all the time.
Happen all the time.
Yeah, arguing
It's
right now.
normal.
What a scat, you know? What a scat.
We just consistently argue.
Yeah.
Right now also we're arguing. But do you feel it?
No.
Everyone's numb. I think in essence we are not a confrontational family. So we don't like go home and like throw bottles at each other.
Yeah.
Don't know about you, Raj, but it's
I throw bottles at myself.
What is happening?
I don't know. But
what do you do? Stand and throw it upwards?
yeah. Usually I throw it off the wall and it bounces back. It's easier that way. I put it off the top of a top high cupboard and then
walk into it.
just run into the cupboard, right? Just full speed. But that's besides the point, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
We're just going so off track. Like,
Okay,
are we
sorry.
talking about like
That's actually how working
or-
in family feels like most people.
Well, running into the
cupboard.
So
Yeah.
okay, I think Mingha and I are quite blessed because even from a young age, we did everything together.
Yeah.
Like, we shared the same room for 23 years of our lives.
True story.
So that was like, you know, we started performing together. We did shows together. We went and like we played together as kids. We shared the same PlayStation computer, all of these things, right? And so we learned how to just live with each other in that sense. And so I guess growing up and now working with each other, it doesn't feel like a departure from brotherhood.
Basically everything we've been doing so far.
Yeah. It's just that, you know, now that we're older, of course, we're both very different people. And so...
And there's different responsibilities the minute I moved out the house.
Yeah.
Obviously. But
I feel in that sense, we're really just quite blessed because we are okay with each other.
some people can't work together.
Some people can't, especially when there's money involved.
Raj is smiling.
Oh my goodness.
Raj is already smiling.
Raj.
Okay.
I think I was actually just thinking about the whole topic
Right.
we're having today about working with friends and family.
Right.
And I don't
Actually,
know.
what did you feel about it? Because this wasn't like when we started getting to know you when you shot that first video of us. So you were
Yeah.
like a talent, right?
Yeah.
And then you just started hanging around a bit more. And then like from then on,
And the thing is, right, because like with Raj, right, we're really good friends with Raj.
okay.
And I feel like there's always a fear of maybe stepping into a situation where the friendship is more than that, right? So I'll paint you all a picture of how close we are to Raj. Very.
Okay.
What a
like-
nice photo.
Because it's not just us. You're actually working in the same team as your friend Yuling over
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Which we kind of talked about in the 50th anniversary, 50 episode anniversary
Thing.
episode.
Yes.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Well, so it's interesting you asked that because there's something that has been on my chest for quite some time.
Oh, shit.
And I think I haven't talked to you guys
Let's
about
go,
it.
let's
And
go.
since we're on this topic, might as well just bring it up.
Okay.
That's not the right time, sorry.
So I've known you guys for like the past 1.5, 2 years. 2 years.
Yeah.
And we've
That's so
worked.
short.
Yeah.
It
2.5
feels quite
lah.
long, right?
2.5.
It feels super long. But it's about 2 years since that first video
Yes.
sort of came out.
Yeah.
And now transitioning into something more than friendship. Not romantic things, but like work.
Okay.
And it's such a different dynamic
It is, man.
for me.
Right.
Because of course it's fun and games, but when it comes to work, there are so many other things that we have to focus on.
Yeah.
On making sure we deliver good work to our clients, on making sure we create content that helps people, inspires people, gives people a good time.
Yeah.
And so many things on the line. And I'm finding it difficult to maintain that balance
Oh, no.
between being a friend
Yeah.
and
Right.
of course being a valuable member of the team.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get a bit like nervous, whether whatever jokes I'm making when I joke with you guys,
Actually, is
it's
it an
crossing the
inside
line.
joke or oh really?
Yeah, it's crossing
Really?
the line.
I mean, I hope
I feel
you-
that. I feel that sometimes because the
Right.
kind of jokes we make. I mean, we can't talk about those jokes on this podcast.
No,
right?
give me an
But-
example. Give me an example.
I don't know.
Give us a few.
I don't want to. I don't want to. But sometimes I'm afraid, like, oh, if I crack those kind of jokes, am I
Right.
being rude?
Yeah.
To
Right.
someone who gave me this opportunity in the first place.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and that's
It's
a
a
very
struggle, yeah.
precarious balance I'm
Right,
trying to
right.
find. And I don't know what's going on through you guys' mind
Yeah.
sometimes when I make those kind of jokes as
Right,
well.
right.
Because as friends, we love it.
Yeah,
we love
yeah.
those kind of jokes.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
give it to me all the time. Like, just, But yeah, that's something I'm struggling to balance with.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
No,
right.
Where's the line?
That's something that Raj talked to me about even when we had our initial discussions, right? Because Raj and I, we also host Amen together.
Yes.
And Amen it gets rowdy at times.
It's raunchy.
It's raunchy, it's rowdy, it's rectangle, right? And sometimes some of the jokes and accusations go quite intense.
Yeah.
And so I remember there was a time where Raj was like, oh, how do I navigate that? Because what if I say something that offends you?
Then just end it with I'm joking.
Yeah. Okay, so you just shared what you feel about the whole situation. Is it
Yeah.
something that you currently are still struggling with?
I think I'm becoming a bit more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But I know everybody has a line.
Everyone has a line.
Everybody has a line.
It's
And
meant to be crossed.
Let's quickly just highlight that with the fact that I respect this about you, that you honor people. And
Okay.
that's why you even think about these things. There are people who just have zero sense. They're oblivious to what people feel. And this is not something that even they consider. So the fact that you are thinking about it means you're a good person.
How can she slap?
How can she slap?
Yes.
Ming, you want to chip in just before I answer?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty easygoing. I feel like people have always been the focus of. I know it's people first for me.
Yeah.
But I'm very real when it comes to an urgent job. Like I won't mess around. Okay. I feel like an example I have was my final year project in university. I have no problem ratting people out, especially when it was a 15% team, 10 to 15% team, and only 3 of us did the work.
But you still ratted
I would
everybody
I
else.
just read everyone. I told everyone, like, guys, if you don't reply to this, if you don't show up, I'm going to tell the lecturer. Everyone just didn't do anything. So I'm like, okay, cool. I've given you warning. I'm not doing this behind your back. I literally went to the lecturer. I put it down name by name. This is how much each person has contributed. This one didn't show up. This one never came for a meeting. This one maybe came and looked at the paper one time. I feel that if you respect someone as a friend, you should respect what they're trying to do as a colleague if you are in a team. But then again, that's on a great day lah. Some people can. I mean, sometimes it's easier to be friends. Like, let's say outside the team, right? This is some real talk right now. I have had to resort to switching off a switch when it comes to meeting people. Because some people, the term that I learned in this industry is called work friends. Right? I have to say this, some more clients are sitting here. I love it. You guys are gonna soak in this. Not counting the clients that we do, like people like peers and everything, right? Some of them, I am very glad to say we've stepped past the like, hey, hi, how are you? Networking and everything. And it's become like they're real friends. I would guess work friends are like, I'm friends with you because we have to be in the same situation and there's something we need to get out of our dynamics. But I'm very glad to say that at least some of the peers in the industry, I have said like, we can just hang with nothing in mind. Those are called friends, right?
Yep.
But the balance is when you do work with a friend who is unsavory to work with, or you have a friend or you have a work colleague who you can never be friends with, I just turn off one of the switches. Like, I know some people I will never get along with as business people.
Business people.
I just don't look at them that way. I try not to have dynamic with them. I just see you as a friend.
Yeah.
Or some of them, like, they're amazing business people, but I will never get along with you outside of that context. I respect you and I want to make that dynamic work. And I mean, unless one day that guy like, hey, man, let's go for a drink, I need to get drunk and talk about stuff. I'm like, okay. The counselor in me says I cannot say no to that, so let's just listen what they have to say.
Ooh, so sweet.
Oh, it's not sweet at all. It's real sour sometimes.
Yeah. So I'll talk about you in particular. All right.
Targeting.
So,
SEO.
So I'm very picky about people.
Yeah.
I'm very picky about people.
Judgmental.
There are very few people that I really hold close to my heart and like call friends and all that.
Oh.
And so I've got two really good examples right now. So I'll use you first, and then I'll talk about Joseph, who's sitting just there. Okay. So I've known Raj for about 2.5 years now. We met through Vivian, our writer-producer, and we hit it off. Like the minute we met, we hit it off, and there was a very good sense of like good vibes, right? There was that Raj didn't have this like air of arrogance about him,
right?
And he was just always keen to like learn and improve himself and all that.
Hey.
And so like from there we worked together a couple of projects. And you were someone that I knew I could like trust in and like help. Like do life with and everything. And then last year, I remember end of last year, we were talking about what you were going to do after you graduated. And then I never thought that you would want to kind of like join us because you have your own thing going.
Can be honest.
And also,
I didn't know it was happening.
Ming had no idea.
Then you just showed up in the office one day. I'm like, why are you here? Like, I didn't know.
For real?
For real. I'm like, oh, you seem to be coming by a lot.
Yeah. And then
are we shooting something?
Like every day you're shooting something.
That's your leading
for the first month. Like, hey, Raj, you here again?
Why are you here from 10 to 6 every day?
yeah. Not gonna lie.
No. But I appreciate the fact that you brought that up, even in our first meetings, right? And I feel that the fact that you are sensitive to what people think and feel about these things is how you will never cross the line. Like, we joke so much. Like, dude, when we were in the van in Bali, right?
Okay.
I don't know whether that was still considered a joke or not. It felt quite real.
I feel like you, as long as there's a common understanding, and I know that we're on the same team, dude, right? Even if we're not working together, I know that we're on the same team, and anything that you do is not meant to hurt me or destroy me or like tear me down. And I know that you have my best interest in your heart as well. So that's why whatever you do, whatever jokes we make, as crazy and as borderline insulting as it goes, I know it's not coming from like I hate you. Because I know if you do hate me or are not happy with me, that's not how you approach the subject. You probably take me to a corner and be like, hey bro, I'm struggling with this. Which is also what we've done before.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a very honest relationship.
Okay.
And so in that sense, I was a little bit afraid that maybe if we work together and we didn't know how to communicate, then it would make our friendship a little bit like, I don't know how to approach this guy. But to be honest, I feel like it's made our friendship even more powerful. Right? So that's example one. Example two is like MingH said, client, like work friends, right? And so there's a person right here in the studio. His name is Joseph Peck. Okay, his Instagram handle is the one and only Joseph.
Fun fact, he can't, at this current point in time, he can't log into his Instagram.
He cannot log into Instagram.
And it's affecting him.
And he's so angry right now.
Yeah,
he's like tearing his hair. But I met Joseph maybe year 2018.
2 years already lah.
2018. And then we did some projects together, and then after that it's not like we had projects every month, right? But we went on a trip together and we bonded, and like I just said, right, I started this with I'm very picky. But and also when it comes to clients, you cannot be so like, I cannot tell you my problems. Later you think I'm like a lousy person, right? But with Joseph, right, it was such like we bonded very quickly, like accelerated friendship. And I told him last year, I told him 2018 and 19, I said, meeting him is one of my highlights of 2018. And the fact that last year so from work friends to real friends, right? Joseph actually is in my inner circle. Like he knows things about me that I don't tell people. So yeah, it's cool to find people in your life, especially when you get older. And I always say this on the podcast, the older you get, the less friends you have. And I think a big reason is because of the reason we're talking about today. So, I know I can trust this person, and like you as well. And I know that like you guys have my best interest at heart. So I feel that that's why when it comes to working with these kind of people, there is a sense of respect and understanding. So I don't think you cross the line.
But let's say we're in an ideal situation, right?
Yeah.
When people don't get the chance to.
You don't get much Josephs often.
Every other quarter, get one great friend that pops out of nowhere.
Yeah.
How would you? Like,
how do you shut it down?
Shut what down?
So for example, okay, let's say you are let's say you guys are in you guys do what you're doing now.
Okay.
Right? And then someone comes up to you, your cousin or your friend comes up, hey Raj, so you're doing like creative consulting and marketing. Hey bro, I just opened up a new bubble tea shop. Can you help me do some posts for free? Then what is it?
Then I will say, dude, for free. Hey bro, you opened up a new bubble tea shop and you want social media posts for free.
Okay, here we go.
Free. Then I just explode.
Sorry, he's talking in TikTok.
Okay.
I don't know why that song just came to my
Yeah.
mind. I had
Not
to
many
let it
people
out.
know. I know what song you're talking about.
You know what song?
I know what song
It
you're
just
talking
came
about.
out, yeah. Sorry, what just happened? I just like,
Dude, the TikTok addiction is real.
yeah, dude, it's like, wow. But, I mean, if they come and ask for free, right, first I just have to hold myself back.
You're right.
Smile and say, oh, that's great, bro. My cousin, who's going to be my ex-cousin in a few days. Congratulations. I'm so happy that you started a new business. I wish you all the best. And
Yeah.
cool. We can definitely assist in terms of your social media work. I'll drop you an email with our company portfolio and you can see where we can help you guys out.
Yeah. Then after that, a couple of correspondence later, he's like, hey bro, you're not helping. Why you don't do for free? Hey cousin what? Hey friend what bro? We did uni together. Why you don't want to give me help?
I'm like, oh yeah, bro, bro. Like then you have to speak a bit like chill after that. You'll be like, bro, yeah, man, no, I totally understand. But as a bro, I'm your friend, I'm your cousin. Gotta help me out too, bro. Gotta put food on the table for my kids. I mean, I got some responsibilities.
So some people find it hard. So MingH, like we've gotten it all the time, right? How do you deal with that kind of
Yeah, I
situation?
don't find it hard at all. I just say it as it is.
Like no. Say
Like
what?
no.
Wow, I find it so
I feel like
difficult to like shut people down immediately.
I
I try to be nice.
no.
Yeah.
They asked. My wife is the one that actually helped me realize that I have this trait because she cannot say no. When I met her, she was literally doing half the world's jobs for them. So like, hey, so can you do this? Yeah. Can you do this? Yeah. Can you do the shopping for me? Yeah. Can you make this? Yeah. Can you design my name? Yeah. Can you? Yeah. It's like, and I think there are some people who feel obliged because they're family.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. And I don't know. I've just seen it as like very logical thing because like, hey, if you're family, I don't mind helping out. But if it has to involve anything that I spend an extended amount of time on, that can interrupt my daily working life, I need to tell you about it, lah.
Of course.
Yeah,
definitely.
but because like, for example, I have some college friends who literally are like the most generous people in the world. I have no, like, let's say, like, I know this guy, his name is William. Hey, shout out William if you're ever listening.
Just dropping names.
No, this guy is the most generous person in the
Okay.
world. He will not hold back to like, you need me to like, you get stuck somewhere, you call him up, he can't pick you.
Yeah.
Like out of the blue. Like I think for people like that, like no problem. Like you've shown your hand, like you're an amazing person. But like for a lot of relatives, like Joker, I never talked to you for 5 years. Hey Ming, you go show video. I'm like, yeah, I shoot video. How do you know? Oh, you went viral. I'm like, that's great. Can you shoot viral video for me? I'm like, how about no? That's it.
Yeah,
And-
but like,
and,
I mean, I think we can all agree that
right.
we shouldn't do like free favors for work that is work, right?
Yes.
But of course, I think the way we communicate that to our
Yes.
friends and family is very important as well.
Oh, it's very important.
For me, I don't know whether I don't believe or I don't have the
Right.
babola to just tell them straight up in the face, like,
You know why? I can't use any other excuses.
Yeah.
My boss don't let me. Who?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Brian?
do you shut them down harshly?
Oish.
Like you shut them down
I don't.
harshly,
Say,
right?
I would. The word is. I choose one. It's not harsh.
It's just no.
It's just honest.
Right.
It's like, okay, what do you mean do? No joke has happened a few times. Man, know a friend is going to get married. Can you shoot a video? I'm like, I don't do those kind of videos. Oh, but it's all videos. I'm like, no, I really don't know how to do those videos. So it's either I just say like, no, just state the truth. I don't know how to do it. It's okay, just come here and put video. Oh, sorry, I'm not the cameraman. Oh, can you ask your cameraman? Can, but they shoot videos professionally and they need to charge. Oh, but I'm your family, I'm your friend. I'm like, yeah, but they are not your friends.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I
mean, technically, that's not as harsh as how I imagined it to be
Right,
because
right.
that is something I would do. Like, I'll still
Right.
be polite, state the points.
Right.
But yeah, okay, that's
I'll
not
be
bad.
Yeah.
honest.
honest.
I find it very easy to say no to people I'm not close to and I don't know. Very easy. But if it's the people, especially like the medium to inner circle, right? Wow, it's hard to say no. And I feel the pressure and I feel the guilt as well. But I don't know. It's definitely difficult, especially when you're asking for free things, right? But let's change that to kind of making it more general. Working with friends, right? Like you go into an office space or you go into a work environment where you know somebody as a friend, and then you go in and then you realize that this person is just looking out for him or herself, and then your expectations and your perception of this person as a friend disappears. Because
I actually would tell it to her face, or his face.
Why?
For
Why
real.
would you?
I'm like, wow, dude, you're a freaking trash bag in the office.
Yeah, Minghan, that's why you don't work with other people.
I don't.
It's really is true. Minghan, you can't say that.
I'm like, wow, dude, this is how you work, Yeah.
Huh?
Then I'll say like, you take people's credit for fun.
But what if it's not even your credit? Like if let's say it was someone else, right? Then you technically don't have the grounds to say anything to that person.
I'm saying like, that's not a nice way to work with people. Like, wow, no one call you out yet. Let me help you.
I feel you're just saying it.
No,
I
will.
don't think you'll be like that.
I mean, McDonald's and
I feel like Ming, you are the kind of person that would subtly tell people that they are not living up to certain expectations.
I would probably.
Right.
Yeah.
I also
feel like
tell people.
you're the kind of person where you will say it in like a joke, but everybody knows that you're being serious about it.
Yeah. I'll say it seriously, but everyone thinks it's a joke.
Actually,
it's true. It's true.
Raj, you just got to blow it
What
up.
do you do in that situation? Like you are close friends. You're close friends with Vivian, right? And you come to work, and then you're like, oh my gosh, first day. And after the first month, it's hunky dory.
Yeah.
But in the second month, you realize, right, this girl is selfish, man. She's not looking out. She doesn't give a rat's ass.
Yeah. Well, I will always believe in having conversations behind closed doors. Because I don't believe in this idea of public shaming.
Yes.
Like, you know, telling people off in front of other people. Because
man, what a man.
that is
actually, that's
more
true.
damaging to the person than actually helping them.
I feel like that is my extreme version of what I rather just tell it to your face.
Guys, can you all take notes if you're in the car right now?
Take notes while you're driving.
Mental notes.
Let go of your steering wheel.
Mental notes. I think that's a very good way to approach somebody if you have discourse.
Because if you truly care for the person, you would do anything to help them, right?
Yeah.
You do something in their favor. And to publicly shame them that way is just going to hurt their self-esteem and their confidence even more.
I mean, the funny part of this is, recently or so, I've had a friend who publicly aired some dirty laundry.
Okay.
I mean, Ming knows about this. And I saw it, and I think my instant reaction was, I went straight to the friend and said, like, stop it.
Oh, yes, I do.
Take it down.
Take it down.
I might have cursed.
Okay.
And the friend was like, why? No, this is my own personal stuff.
Yes.
I'm like, if it's personal, keep it personal. Like how I was doing that. I'm like not gonna air the dirty laundry and say like, oh, you're being like this, you're being like this. But I do place a very high importance of like, if I'm going to be harsh, I'll do it in private.
Yeah.
I won't like shout in the middle of the office like, wow, you're stealing everyone's credit.
Yeah.
Unless the situation calls for it.
Yeah. So because to be honest, those moments are forever ingrained to that person's mind.
Yeah.
Whether it was a small thing or big thing, they will always remember that.
Yeah.
Right. Now let's flip it to family.
I've scolded my uncles. Oh, sorry, we're not stopping that. Sorry.
For the sake of entertainment,
right.
Why did you scold your uncle?
Oh, so many reasons. You immediately kept quiet.
What's the next question?
You all think I'm messing, but I just feel that I think I'm definitely the bad. I'm a bad cop.
I've got job offers from family members before, but I've turned all of them down.
Right.
Oh, wow.
For a few reasons. Number one, because I know that their personalities very dominating, very strong, and it's just not compatible with my working style.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know for a fact that if we were to get into disagreements, we do not have that emotional capacity to keep
settle it properly.
work and personal.
That's good. That's good.
That's why I turned down most of them.
Guys, if you're taking notes again, after the don't public shame people and be nice with, handle things with grace. I think that's a very good thing as well as like when you identify what kind of person you are, the way you work, right? Just stay clear of those situations where you know you won't have a handle on it, right?
But
sometimes people feel a bit fearful, like what if I miss this opportunity and I can't find opportunities elsewhere? Because, personality clash sometimes. There is always a tribe available for you out there. There's always a group of people that can sync with you. Just keep looking.
Just keep looking, man.
Just keep looking.
TikTok.
You attract your tribe.
Yeah, your vibe attracts your
Tribe.
potato.
Okay, so I was saying that we do know some people, some young people around our age and younger or older, who are stepping into the shoes of their parents' business, right? And they're taking over something that their parents have built up and have aspired for them to take over.
Yeah.
And I can actually think of a couple of people right now, but I don't want to say names. But when you go in and there's the expectation, right? Because your parents do things a certain way, your family does things a certain way, and you come in. And you know that you have to do things a certain way, but you also want to inject your own self into it, right? And that's where a lot of sort of tension comes because there is I guess people don't agree with your methods of working, especially when it's family. So it's easier to flare up. It's easier to get angry. Do you guys have any advice for people like that?
Family is complicated.
Family is a complicated mess, dude.
It's a tricky situation.
I'll be honest again. I love being honest. I think family and money is actually the biggest reason why families fall apart. And I think if you go into something with a certain amount of greed, I'm not saying wanting money is being greedy, but I think when you place money above relationship, very quickly it dissolves into something that's terrible. Yeah,
I think I have a friend who is in a huge family business, and at first it
Sorry,
seemed,
can you speak closer to your mic? Thanks.
I mean, I have a friend who is that friend's family is a very huge business kind of tycoon kind of family, and at first it did seem like it was going to be impossible to convince the parents about anything else other than being in that family business. And I think the sad part about that is, I think when you are first faced with these problems, you immediately think like, okay, this is my life. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
But the great part about it is, like, along the way, after like 5 years, the only thing that I can advise is, like, just try your best first. Of course, your parents all have expectations of you. What happened was the siblings all definitely just did what they could, but at the same time, my friend continually did what they loved, right? And after a while, the parents kind of got you know what? You're right. You might not be a good fit for the family business. This is after a few years, and you definitely have talents elsewhere. But you've done your time with the family. Actually, now thinking about it, I got 2 friends with families like that. The other friend also did like 7 to 10 years of working with the dad. No matter what, and this is like a very tedious job, but because he did the time, the dad was like, you know what, you've done your time, thanks. As I think, if your dad is a great boss, if your dad or your parents are a great boss, they will definitely be able to identify whether you can succeed their business or not. I think that is. Don't worry, like, guys. Like, your parents, if they build a business, they definitely will try to train you up into it. But they're definitely not going to hand over a business to someone who can't do it. Like. Just saying, like, okay.
True.
They managed to get to where they are for a reason. So it's either you play dumb for like 5 years, or
or just really show them, right?
Make really bad calls for 5 years in a row.
I think it's important with the generation gap that we have.
Oh boy.
Learn how to speak the
your
language
parents.
of your parents.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
That's so important.
It cannot begin with hey bitch. No, it cannot. That's how you talk to your gang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not your
my
parents.
goodness.
A lot of people.
Like learning how to communicate
Yes.
in terms of what they are looking for and what they expect is so important. Even though you know
Yes.
the right way to do things,
Yeah.
Yes.
or you know how to grow the company or make it successful, you have to be able to know how to communicate it
right,
with your
that's right.
parents.
Yeah, you know-
not just coming like an angsty teenager like
course.
Kylo Ren, like, just tell me what I want to know, what I want to know.
Kylo Ren's a really bad example, bro.
I'm pretty sure like that's not the right quote.
He stabbed his.
I think that's fine, though.
stabbed.
It's a good one. I'm going to
yeah,
give you an
he
applause
stabbed
for that one.
Stabbed his dad.
Good job, Raj.
Can I have a oh yeah?
Can you have a what?
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I
hold
prefer that over applause.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Okay. I mean, you know what they say. You know what they say.
What they say?
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That took us a while. We're still getting used to the timing.
it. Okay. But I would feel like if what they say is when you're in Rome, do as the Romans. I think Yeah. There's nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
When in Rome, do as the Romans. That's what you say.
Do as the Romans.
Romans, okay.
Do, you know, when in Rome.
I think that's very valid advice because you're coming in, you're standing on the shoulders of the people who have built the
Literally
foundation.
fed you for your life,
Literally,
just
right?
saying, like,
and
you know.
so I think that it's only right to give them respect that's due to them.
Yeah.
Because if you were anywhere else, the way that they would treat you, even if you're their descendant, right? There needs to be some sort of respect, man, seriously.
Yeah.
But respect is a two-way street. So I feel that Raj advice to learning how to speak their language is such a powerful thing, which also can be applied to friends, right? Sometimes you have a good time with a friend outside of work, but when it comes to the office and you feel that there's a tension, right? There's definitely a lack of communication in that case, right?
Actually, I have another question, right, for both of you guys,
Here we
because
go.
I feel that y'all don't treat the team as employees. I feel that y'all treat everybody in the office as friends.
Okay.
From the way that y'all have conversations.
Right.
Of course, when it comes to work, everybody enters work mode. I think
Right.
that's quite evident.
Right.
But everything besides that, it feels more like a friendship than a boss-employee relationship.
So you don't like, is it?
Right.
What's the problem?
I don't like. I don't like. I want you to scold me. No, but jokes aside.
Okay.
Is that something you'll consciously do, or is that just your personality?
That's an interesting question, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel that I'm not really doing much to the team other than
Okay,
just
you need to speak to the mic.
I'm thrilled. I feel like we're not doing much of anything. But, like, the funny things along the way is, like, MingY will say, like, hey, the interns are really scared of you. I'm like, but what did I do?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, so everything has an effect if I do or don't do anything. I mean, it does feel like that vibe because I feel our roots are in the whole, homemade YouTube from the back of the house kind of room. So we kind of wanted to bring along the homey feel into the studio environment. And but I guess if you feel that, that's great. I think that has more to do with the culture of the workplace that you're at. And I think culture allows for friends to be friends and colleagues to be friends. Because if the culture of the workplace is like freaking toxic, no one's going to be a friend. No matter how...
It's true. That's true.
No matter how much potential you have to be actual friends in real life, if your workplace culture does not promote or encourage that, there's no way. Because you're going to be so focused on who's going to get credit for what, who's going to achieve what KPI. And unfortunately, for us here in Core Studios, no one cares about KPIs.
So
I care about my KPIs very much.
I don't agree.
It was a test. It was a test. See, that was a test. That wasn't a joke. That was a test. And you guys passed it. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. But to sum it up, yes, you want to say something?
No, I wanted to ask Mingyu about his...
The same question.
The same question.
Okay, well, we'll go. Yeah.
I think it's a conscious effort. It's a conscious decision. The way that we talk to people, the way we relate to people. Because being in the creative field, right? Like I think MingH and Brian and I, when we started all of this, we said we wanted to make Core a place where people could find a job which isn't usually a job that parents would trust in the creative field, right? In the production field. And so I think along with that, there's a lot of expectations of their children. And a lot of the times when people come in and work with us, they will share stories about how they feel like they're not living up to a certain expectation. And everyone has their baggage, right?
Yes.
And I feel like, if you are spending 5 days out of 7 days together, and then if you hate where you're working and you look for the weekends as an escape, right? Then there's very little to life, to be honest. That's why so many people are not happy with where they are. They are looking for the next holiday, the next.
I mean, but shout out to our parents' generation. They didn't give
they just
two
did
shits,
it, right?
Yeah.
And as much as we do work and we want to do good work, right? I also believe that good work comes from good culture. And if you don't believe in the people that you're working with, that they'll never blossom into what they.
I mean, you're seeing it at a good place, Raj. Like for a while, Core Studios was literally daycare for people.
It was.
Like it was not a KPI hungry kind of team.
Yeah.
It was like a place where we had to take care of orphans in the scene. Literally creative orphans.
That's crazy. But it's true. It's true also. But I also feel like if you don't empower people, if you don't trust them, and you don't believe in them, then for what you work with them, right?
Hey,
Like,
it
really
takes
no
a lot
point.
of guts to say this in front of our team. So anyone not happy with us, tell me.
Oh.
Who not happy?
Okay. That's crazy.
Are we lying? Are we lying? I'm kidding. Am I? No. See, this is the kind of games you can play, when you're kind of working with friends and you happen to be the boss.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
But hey, I think I will sum it down to, hey, friends and work colleagues has a lot to do with number one, work culture. Because if your office does not allow for friendships, then have a good day to you. And I think number two, if you have the ability to work with friends, it's all about communication.
Yeah, man.
Especially family. Because hierarchy comes
I
in. relations
love
comes
hanging out
in.
with the team. Like our team, right? Like it's one of the key things I missed when I was in Japan. I was like,
Because you had to hang with other teams.
yeah. But also, I love hanging out with our team. Like it's something that I look forward to. I come to work happy.
Hey.
And I know it's a very blessed privilege. Like I know a lot of people who hate going to work, right? But Monday blues have never been a thing for me.
Wow.
So because I guess because we're quite protective of the team as well, we make sure that whoever comes in, we make sure that they are a good fit and they believe in what we believe in.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you guys are listening and you guys run a business and wonder what it is that's important for you to have a team that believes in all of that, you really got to sit down and spend time with them, man.
I mean, hey, shout out to all y'all who don't care about people as well.
Also, yeah, hey,
you do you.
do
Yeah,
man.
we just won't work with that company. I won't work in your company. I don't have to. But
Yeah.
you do you. If
Just
work
do
is important,
work.
then
Yeah,
you will
correct.
find the people
Yeah.
who is work important.
Different priorities.
Yeah, but don't expect them to go and chill after the work with you. Just being real.
Just treat them as human beings.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Simple as that.
I don't think it's wrong as well to not be friends with your co-workers. I don't think it's wrong.
There are
because
some people who just don't be friends.
yeah, and it's fine because if they want to have like we've had people in our team who compartmentalize the friendships. That you are my work friend, I won't hang out with you outside. It's fine. I mean, I respect that. But I feel it's also you're missing out on what could be a really great friendship. Because I'm a really good friend.
Okay.
Straight up,
okay,
I'm just gonna say that.
I feel like we.
All right.
Oh my gosh. So what do you guys think? Like, let us know if you guys are listening in.
Yeah.
Tell us your stories. We might just talk about them. I kind of want to talk about listener stories. I feel like we want to add that in from here on out. I want to publicly address your anonymous stories.
Oh my goodness.
Tag us if you're listening. What do you guys think? Are you guys facing one of these situations where a friend is being a real
Bum in that butt.
C up the B?
Oh my.
See
what?
up the beam.
In the A.
Cucumber up the
Buns. Salad buns.
You are deaf.
If this is a problem, if this is a problem, let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about things like this.
I feel like it's important.
Yeah, but if the Monday blues is getting to you,
Wait till Tuesday.
Just
Then it's Tuesday blues.
this has been Table Talk, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're on iTunes. Follow us on Instagram.
iTunes? It's not called iTunes anymore.
iPods.
It's called Apple Music.
Apple Tots.
What? If you guys want more Table Talk podcasts or takeaway table content, we're available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and Instagram. So make sure you follow all of the below/above.
Add the takeaway table.
Raj, any final words for your comrades out there who are suffering through life?
A, B, or C? 1, 2, 3.
B.
Whoa!
That is the best way to end the podcast. Guys, I hope you guys have an amazing week ahead. Make sure to love hard and sleep even harder.
Yes, right.
Raj didn't answer the question.
Raj, do you have anything to say to your comrades who are suffering out there?
Just smile and keep laughing. That usually diffuses most situations. Let's wrap it up.
I think that's great.
That's crazy. What kind of shit advice is that?
That's pretty shit advice, bro.
If you want the good advice, then just watch the whole podcast up to the last until the last
Let's
10
go.
seconds.
Give me one more time. A, B, or C? 1, 2, 3. A.
Let's not put this in. Don't put this in.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.